Well, folks, on this show, I've always told all of you, listen, read every single word. You read every word and you listen to every single word. Because if you use your eyes and your ears, God gave you two eyes, He gave you two ears, He gave you one mouth. Do you suppose God trying to tell you something? Because if you listen and if you read long enough, the person that's talking to you, they'll tell you the truth. They will tell you the truth. You can cover up the truth. You can hide it away, but the truth never stops being the truth, and it will be exposed.
Well, in regards to your opponent, do you feel that was that the matchup that you really, when you won the championship, was that the matchup that you saw that would eventually come together, or you thought that was the most appropriate opponent, or is there anyone else that you had in mind that you were targeting?
Yeah, obviously Sarge, but that's not the way it happened, so.
This video gets no introduction. Trust me. Debunk. One debunk coming up. All right. LDBC. There's your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, guys. So, Nicco Montano, pretty much, she's come out with a whole mouthful. And, guys, stay tuned. I know this may be a long video, but go ahead, guys. Get your popcorn ready, okay? And just listen. You finna hear a big debunk. And I'm telling you guys right now, Nicco Montano, okay, here it is. She waging war. Guys, let's go ahead and really get into this, okay? Okay, so Nicco comes out with some statements, okay? First thing Nicco says is, I want to say thank you to all my continued supporters. Unfortunately, my first time ever missing weight means the loss of my title that I've worked my A off for, and if you ask me, it's completely uncalled for. There have been plenty of other fighters who have not been punished for a lot more. Unfortunately, I'm not one to be running my mouth, so I don't bring in the big bucks. I had stopped sweating early, my kidneys shut down, and I had an imbalance of electrolytes. My sodium levels were way too high. When I got to the hospital, the doctors had told me that it was the best idea, that if I had waited even 30 minutes longer, it could have led to cardiac issues. With that said, I had no intention to drop out of the fight. I looked good at open workouts because I had every intention to dominate tonight. Yeah. There have been multiple occasions where athletes after the tough show have been metabolically impaired. It takes a little longer to allow yourself the time to bounce back to your proper weight. In my case, it was that with the accumulation of illness and injury. I had asked for a fight in October knowing this, and had some legit people on my side also asking on my behalf. However, the matchmaker and whoever else only gave me the September date to choose from. So with no other choice, and with the internet backing a lying bully, Valentina, I was forced to accept the date or, have the threat to get stripped anyway. This was the only time I signed a contract, so the statements that this egomaniac Valentina has said are completely false and nowhere near the truth. Her idea of reality is so far-fetched. The fact that she trained for me 3 times must mean a couple of things. She's obsessed with me. Oh boy. And she has too much time on her hands. Not only has she been disrespectful and jealous of my efforts and accomplishments, also blocking me first on Instagram during her first fight at 125, but the fact that she takes pride in kicking a person while they're going through surgery and having a kidney shut down truly demonstrates what a martial artist should not be. I did everything to make the weight in the amount of time offered to me. I had no choice but to. Luckily, I have a documentary being made following this entire process, and it will soon be available for everyone to witness themselves. When you're stuck in between a rock and a hard place, you stick up your deuce and you get down to it, and that's precisely what I did, and I will continue to do. The plan for now is to be able to live a healthy lifestyle for the longevity of my career and livelihood until I can confidently adapt my body back and walk around at a lighter weight. I will keep doing all that I can when it comes to making indigenous lives matter, and will not be hushed in terms of the wrongdoing that has been established, not only with my people but also with me. Never have I ever experienced working with an opponent who is so heartless and disrespectful. You can absolutely guarantee that I'm coming back to make my stamp and take my belt back. End quote. Nicco Montano. Okay, guys, a lot of debunking going on here, okay? Let's go ahead and start with the first debunk, okay? Let's talk about the first debunk where she was rushed into a fight date, okay? Now, this is from Nicco's own Instagram post. Okay, the one thing I can say about Valentina Shevchenko, okay? I can say a lot of things. I can say Valentina is very OCD. You know, I can say that. Valentina is extremely OCD. But one thing that you can't say about the bullet is that she's a liar. That's the one thing that I cannot let anybody pin that on. Valentina Shevchenko has never been known to be a liar. And she's always done exactly what she said. Okay, Valentina, if you find me one instance where Valentina told a lie, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll stop making videos for a year. She's not a liar. Now, this is what Nicco says on her own Instagram. Shout out to Wildest Moments for this one. Nicco Montano says, all right, let's get this show on the road. What you got on your girl? September the 8th in Vegas, Valentina. Now that I'm finally back to a healthy body, I'm ready to go. It was only a matter of time. Share it, write it down, take a picture. Now, you're telling me, okay, that, wait a minute, you wanted an October date? But right here it says that you said you're healthy. You said that you're finally back to a healthy body. So, I mean, already, your story, it sucks. Because you're already contradicting what you just said. So you said that the UFC, they forced you into September when you really wanted an October date. But they forced you into September, but you're here now on social media saying that you got a healthy body. How the hell are you going to explain this? How is Nicco going to explain this? Yeah, I get it. Right. See, what you're trying to do is you're trying to play on the lives of the Navajo people. I'm sorry, you're trying to play on the emotions. And you're trying to use that whole that indigenous route to get these people on your side when you right here said yourself. You can't look at the facts right here and say that you meant something else. Because Nicco is very outspoken. Nicco Montano is an outspoken woman, okay? Do you think that she would have kept this quiet? No, she would have been the first one on social media running her damn mouth, talking about the UFC making her fight in September when I'm not healthy. So wait a minute. So now you want to expose the UFC? Now you want to expose Nick Maynard, Sean Shelby, Dana White? Now you want to? Why didn't you expose him back in the summertime? How you gonna explain this? Now let's go to the second debunk, and this one I'm enjoying this one. Okay. The fact that Nicco said that Valentina, okay, and let's really look at what she said. Now let's take this next statement right here. Okay, this was the only time I signed a contract, so the statements that this egomaniac Valentina has said are completely false and nowhere near the truth. Her ideas, reality so far-fetched that she trained for me 3 times. Okay, so this was the only time you signed a contract. Here's debunk number 2.
And like I was saying from the beginning, I was ready to fight in June. I was ready to fight in July. I'm ready to fight in August. I'm ready to fight in September. Whenever it's time, I'm ready to fight. But unluckily, it's not only about me. It's also about her. And now the last news that we got, and that she said, she posted on her social media that she's ready for September 8th. And I hope that it will be not only but it will be some action too. And you see, when UFC will send the contract for this board, for this fight, she just will sign it. Because once we already have the same, she said, I'm ready to fight in July 7th. And she wanted to fight in International Fight Week, during the International Fight Week in Las Vegas. But then when UFC came back to her and said, okay, let's do 28th of July, even giving her like some extra time to for her trainings. And she said, no, okay, I'm not ready yet. I need some more time. Okay, now she's saying I'm ready for September 8th. So I hope it will be go to the end and she will sign agreement and we will fight September 8th. So let's see how it will happen. And from my side, I'm ready every time. I'm not going like not crazy, not too much crazy about this, not too less. I just know that my time will come, and when time comes, I will do my best and will like fight like no one time, and just make me very cool, very calm, and waiting my moment.
Wow. Ouch. Valentina actually broke it down to what happened right here. So this fight wasn't offered 3 times. See, Valentina didn't say anything about a contract being signed. If you listen to what Valentina just said, Valentina actually said she hopes Nicco will sign the agreement. Valentina didn't say anything about a contract. Valentina said exactly what she look. They had offered Nicco this fight. Okay, they proposed it to her. She said no. I mean, is Valentina telling a lie here? Because by Nicco's own admission, Nicco said that this is the only contract that she was offered to, and Valentina only mentioned like, hey, I hope that she signs the bout agreement. Wow. Ouch. How you gonna explain this? Now, this is debunk number 3, okay? Dana White, wow. From the own boss of the UFC, hot diggity dog. Dana White said this, and this was very, very interesting. Actually, this is debunk number 4, because debunk number 1 was at the beginning of the video. Dana White said this: she didn't make weight. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Now, many fighters don't make weight, okay? But let's look at what Dana White also said that was very interesting. She didn't make weight, and she was so far overweight, and she couldn't even get close. Now, wait a minute. She was so far overweight. Like, it must have been so far overweight that they knew for a fact that she couldn't make weight. Now, wait a minute. Now, Valentina talked about the 3 different times that they proposed this fight to Nicco. I mean, and Valentina, we did this interview back in June. That interview was done back in June, okay? And Nicco been knowing about this fight since March. This fight been on the table, like they've been throwing this fight around since March, okay? But this was in June. So now you have what, June, July, August, and September. So wait a minute. So you mean to say from June on that Nicco, and let's just say, let's give her June. Let's be nice to Nicco and give her June. So you mean to say that wasn't enough time to make weight? Yeah. So wait a minute. The week of the fight, you're so far overweight that you couldn't, this was all intentional, man. Now, if Nicco was like maybe like, you know, a few pounds overweight, then we would understand that, hey, maybe she really was trying to make weight. Dana White said she was so far overweight and couldn't even get close. What does that tell you? That means that this girl had no intention of making weight. The nail in the coffin. What? And you know what? And I hope that they come out with the weight. I hope they come out with the actual weight. And you know why she didn't go to weigh-ins? Oh, yeah, she'll tell you that, you know, she was dehydrated. She'll tell you that. Or her kidneys were shutting down, okay? Yeah. And you know what? I would honestly believe that. But, okay, so we cut a large amount of weight in a short time when we've been knowing about this fight since June. And really, like, they've been talking about, they've been going back and forth since April. Oh, and let's do another debunk, okay? Now, this is going to be good. So Nicco claims that Valentina blocked her first on Instagram. Valentina, she's not petty like that. But here's the thing, man. Her first fight with Priscilla Cachoeira, wasn't that in February? Like, Nicco is a lie. Valentina fought Priscilla, what, in February? I mean, let's really double check. Yep, Valentina fought Priscilla Cachoeira in February. She fought Priscilla in February. But Valentina got blocked. What, Valentina got blocked when she tried to defend Ariel Helwani, which came after the events of the Priscilla fight. How you gonna explain this? Like, I don't get it. If Valentina was blocked, how can she respond to you? Is that something she can do? Can you do that on Instagram? Can you respond to people that you've blocked? This girl done lied so much, man. It's not even worth even doing the video. But I'm going to tell you, if Nicco Montano come out with a documentary, if she come out with a documentary, I guarantee you, I'm going to be coming out with my own Valentina Shevchenko documentary. Because, see, listen, here go the thing, man. And this is what I want to drive home with y'all, okay? Nicco, the more she talk, the more that she keep condemning herself. The more that this girl talk. See, every time she open her mouth, I'm telling you, more and more of the truth come out. It's so easy to debunk what this girl's saying. You can get a documentary following. Girl, you've been knowing about this fight, really? June? I mean, you knew about it in March because Valentina started talking about it in March. But you said your foot was hurt, okay? Then you said you had tonsillitis. Valentina been calling you out since March. Here, look how many months, okay? All right, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months. 6 months. So you mean, okay, part of that, you had to get your tonsils out. Okay. A couple of weeks, you were able to come back. You've been having an ongoing problem with your foot. That's been ongoing even since the Tough Show. Wow. Still, 3 months was not enough time to make weight for this fight. My question is, what's your walking around weight? What does Nicco walk around at? What, 140, 150 pounds? 3 months of serious training? You couldn't make weight? How many times did Nicco miss weight? She's never missed weight. But all of a sudden, she got to fight the bullet. Now she can't make weight. Yeah. Okay. Oh, don't worry. I'm not done. Trust me. Because, see, I tell you what, the more that this story, and the more that comes out, I'm going to tell you something. More and more the truth going to come out. And Nicco, she right open for the counterattack. Oh, she open for a counter just like she was going to be when she fought, if she'd have fought Valentina. We already know, okay? You had anxiety. Y'all talked about this crap behind the scenes. You wanted no parts of Valentina. And that's just the way that is. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harris, and I'm done. What are you guys waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.